Salvete! Hello, dear Latin learners. I hope you're keeping well. This video is a little bit different. This is a revision checkpoint. We've covered a lot of ground and we've been busy working on our declensions and conjugations. And I thought it would be useful for you guys just to actually revise some of the vocabulary, the nouns and the verbs, without worrying too much in this video about the actual declensions and conjugations. Just see if you can remember this body, this stock of vocabulary. I've tried as best as I can to try to recycle and keep reusing similar words so that you become accustomed to them and hopefully assimilate them into your own vocabularies. So this should be interesting for you. How many can you recall? And well, let's just see how you do. So this is how it's going to work. There are 5 little rounds, so to speak. We could look at it as a kind of quiz. And the first set will be 12 nouns that are all first declension, which is to say words. And they're going to appear but in English on the screen. And then I want you to pause the video when you see them and to see how many of them you can say in Latin, and ideally quickly off the tongue. I mean, if you want to pause it and write them all down as that kind of a written exercise as well and check the spellings, you certainly can do. You may just wish to do it verbally. So when the first 12 words appear, if you want to pause it and give yourself time, because I'm going to go straight into giving the Latin answers, which I will go through the pronunciation, and then I would encourage you to practice the pronunciation with me, because that's helping also to just solidify them in your mind. And then there's another few rounds. Okay, so without further ado, friends, here are our first 12 words, and they are all, this is your tip, they're all first declension words. Off we go. Right, hopefully you've paused it and had a little go. In order, I'll say them, and if you wish to repeat after me, that I think will be useful. We have puella, domina, mensa, taberna, adwena. I'll be impressed if you got that one. It's been a while since I've used it, so maybe that's the case that I've been a little bit remiss there. Agricola, that one would be masculine. So would adwena. Well, if it were talking about a male person, the agricola certainly would be. So most of them are feminine, but that's masculine. Epistula, we recently covered that one. Hasta, should definitely know that one. Pecunia, should definitely know that. Cana, culina, philia. All right. Well done. How did you do? That's your first round. Those are the words, first declension. Right? Same kind of exercise now. This time it's going to be verbs. All of these verbs are from the first conjugation, the first set we learnt in Unit 1, which is to say are verbs. So if you would just like to recite the infinitives, and we'll go through in a moment. So here they come. Pause now. Alright guys, let's see. We have to work laborare, so it would be I work, laboro, laborare, salutare, vocare. We've not done that for a while. It's linked to the word for voice, vox, vox, vocare, to call. Uare. I'm impressed if you got that one. That's trickier. We've not used it for a while. Uo, uas, uat, uamus, uatis, uant. Uo, uas, uat, I help, you help, she helps. Uamus, uatis, uant, to help someone. Parare, Canaan parare, to prepare dinner. Right, the next repair. Stare, andare. Stare, dare, stand, to give. Sto, star, stat, do, dar, stat. Sto, star, stat, do, dar, stat, plural. We, you, plural, they. Stamus, datis, stand. Damus, datis, stand. Stamus, datis, stand. Damus, datis, stand. Well then, if you got it. Pugnare, to fight. Superare, to overpower. Super is superb, it's over, it's high. Defeat somebody. Ambulare. This next one, 10 points and a badge and a pat on the back if you got this, guys. Celare. Celare is to hide or conceal. Laudare is to praise. You may recall the opposite of that, even though it wasn't on there, to criticize, censure, rebuke, even punish. Castigare. Learn them as opposites. Laudare, castigare. So they're all nice are verbs that go o, as, at, amos, atis, and. Well done. Right. Next set. These are nouns, and these are second declension nouns, which is to say, for the most part, they're going to be us, could be er ones for the masculine, and then at the end, there are a few neuter ones, and remember, neuter is going to be in the second declension. So either us or for the most part, and then ums. All right, there are another 12. Ready, steady, go. Okay, so master, dominus. Boy, puer. That's one of the er ones. It'd be puer, puer, puerum, pueri, puero, puero. Similarly, liber, book. Would lose the e in the middle as you decline it. Liber, liber, librum, libri, libro, libro. Plural, libri, libri, libros, librorum, libris, libris. The man, wir. Wir. Again, it still follows wirum, wiri, wiro, wiro, etc. Servus, easy. Gladius, should know that one. Campus, field. Camp in the field. You can go and camp in the field, remember it that way. Campus. Amicus, male friend. Filius, we have filia. Filius. These last three are neuter. Did you know that? Did you remember that? Vinum, for wine. Vinum. They end in Donum, like a donation, a gift. Donum. Vinum, donum, and bellum, for war. Are you belligerent nations? Bellicose is the word for war. Bellum. Remembering that with the neuters, they stay the same in the accusative. So if I have the gift, I hold the gift, I receive the gift, it's still donum. Even just like it was in the nominative, the gift is on the table, donum. And the same with all of them. All right, well done. That's 3 rounds, 2 more to go. Next one, we're back on verbs. And these verbs are, well, the first 6, I'll make it easy by telling you which. The first 6 are ere, second conjugation verbs, like eo, eis, et. The last 6 are third conjugation ere, which won't have eo. They'll just have o for the first person. All right. See what you can do. Off you go. All right. Presumably you've paused it, done it by now. Let's have a go. Habere, to have. Videre. Sedere. Tenere. Manere, remain or stay. Manere. Monere, to advise or warn. We have in the English the word admonish. An admonition is a kind of warning. So all of those are second conjugation, which is to say in the first person, the I form, the singular, it would be habeo, video, sedeo, teneo, maneo, moneo, eo, and that always gives it away. If you see that, you know you're dealing with. Generally speaking, there are a couple of exceptions. Generally speaking, that's second conjugation. You can be pretty sure. All right. The next lot were third conjugation, and we've got contendere, to hasten, to hurry, to a place. Bibere, drink. Scribere, legere, quaere, ducere, to lead. Quaere, seek. Ducere, to lead. So they would just be contendo, bibo, scribo, lego, quaero, duco in the first person singular. Well done if you got them. We've covered those most recently. Last set, there are not quite 12, I don't think. Here, they're all I could think of that were covered off the top of my head. These are adjectives. So you've got them in English. Can you just say them out loud or write them in the masculine singular nominative form? What does that mean? It means they're going to end in us. So if you're talking about one man who is this various adjective or description. Okay, so ending in us. If you were talking about feminine, you change to a. I'm sure you know that by now. Right, off you go. Okay. Happy, lightus, full of light, full of goodness, joy, lightus. Fessus, tired. Fessus. Ignavus, lazy. Can also mean, if you look in a dictionary, it'll also give you cowardly. Lazy, cowardly, ignavus. Magnus, big or even great. Magnus. Novus, or novus if you're pronouncing it. V is your new. Iratus, irate, angry. Severus. Benignus. Bonus. Oh, Papa's word for good. Right, that's it. That's your lot. Test over. Don't see it as a test, actually. Although it's good to test yourself, isn't it, with these things when you're learning. I like to do this to keep, just to keep stock of where I'm actually up to. So I've done this working on the assumption that the people who are doing this activity are the ones who've been following this series. We're obviously now halfway through Unit 3, and so we've covered all these things. We've taken our time working through it, and I'm really hoping that much of this was familiar to you. Even if you couldn't remember off the top of your head some of them, as soon as I said it, it became familiar. So please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you. Makes it worthwhile for me to know that people are actually doing this, and I'm not just speaking to myself. Occasionally I have wondered. So how did you do? All of them right? If so, fantastic. Well done. I'm delighted to hear. If the vast majority, the greater part you're getting right, that's also very encouraging. Well done you. I'm happy to hear that. If you've got a lot of gaps, then don't worry. Just treat it as an exercise that you can practice saying those words and fill those gaps. Go back to the relevant videos if necessary. They're all labelled as to what's covered. First conjugation, first declension, adjectives. And don't move on too much with the rest of the unit until you've plugged those gaps, and that way we master one thing at a time and move on confidently and competently. So that's it for now. Tell me if this was a useful exercise. I'll do something similar again. I know I'm probably a bit harsh making you do them in Latin, but ultimately you need to know them, and I think the pronunciation is also important. So there we go. Thanks for tuning in and having a go at this with me and doing some Latin, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the next video. Valete.